and we're looking to create the framework of what that networking organisation will offer to their members. And what we did first was we met with some prospective members and we did our due diligence. We asked them, what are the things you're looking for? What are the gaps in your business, in your skill set? What are you looking to build and create for you to make the membership of this networking group value to you? There are so many networking groups out there with great intentions. They have wonderful processes. They have amazing and skilled people within them to share and collaborate. So what's the purpose of the network was a very important question. It was predominantly to support women in finance. But the piece that I want to speak about today was the research that we're doing was we spoke to about around about 10 women. So a very small sample. We were very cognizant of that it was a small sample of people, and we are going to go and find more prospective members to speak to. But it was a good starting point. What they consistently raised was that they wanted support. Great. Awesome that they wanted support. But what I wanted to share with you today is you really need to go a lot deeper. If you're looking for a coach or a mentor or looking to join a networking group, a good question for you to consider first is, what does support look like for you? It's different for everyone, right? So what the core members, as I said, we met yesterday and we were really working that through. What does support look like? And it's a great question that I've used when I've had team members. They're looking for some support. But what does support look like for you? What does that mean? And so, some of the things that we came up with was there's technical skills that people need and recognize they need to build on. And that's great that they have that awareness. But what are those technical skills? And so therefore, how do we deliver that? What does that look like? Is it to have a technical mentor buddy with you? Is it undertaking some sort of workshop or program? Is it going to find some education pieces that speak to that? As I said, or connecting with somebody who's experienced and buddy along with them. So technical skills was one. There was another one about emotional skills. How do you manage and deal with the challenges that we're facing constantly? And that doesn't matter whether you're a business owner or a career person. We all have challenges coming at us constantly from a personal perspective, from a networking perspective, from a growth perspective, from a career perspective, from a business perspective, suppliers, customers, contacts, all these things coming at us. So what does the emotional support need to look like for you? Were these, in this networking group, were these women simply looking for an opportunity to pick up the phone and say, hey, Sally, gee, it's been a tough day today. How's your day been? And it's a bit of a brain dump, a debriefing, a collaborative conversation, maybe even a joyful conversation. So there's emotional support as well. There's this thing that people talk about that's called soft skills. And I would say to you categorically that often these soft skills are actually hard skills. They're considered not technical because it's not telling you how to perform your craft, whether it's from making coffee to being a broker to being a lawyer, an accountant, a mentor, a coach, an educator. It doesn't matter what service or offering you deliver. There's a technical piece to that, right? But then there's all these pieces that sit outside of it, which weirdly get categorized as soft skills. And they could be negotiating skills, relationship building skills, networking skills, collaborative skills, partnership skills, all these skills about rapport building and dealing with difficult conversations. All of those have depth to them, right? So I actually push back a little bit. I don't think of them as soft skills. They're not technical, but they're process skills, they're relationship building skills, they're skills that can be really difficult and challenging because you have the mindset right, you need the technical skills. It's a bit like head, heart, and gut all in alignment. You need to have the technical capability, you need to have the communication capability, you need to have the mindset capability to be able to dive into these effectively into what, as I said, is called these soft skills. So it's really about when you are looking for support in your business or your career, you really need to dig a little bit deeper and do the research on yourself. What does the support look like for you? What do you need? And make a note, is it technical skills? Learn how to do Excel, learn how to do workflows in a CRM, learn how to run a live, learn how to do a webinar, learn how to do better coffees, learn how to do different levels of tax returns, whatever the technical skill is. Make a list of those things. And then look at these perceived soft skills. Oh, I need to understand how to build relationships. Some of the things that came out of the research that we did, a number of the things that people were asking for that would have been deemed soft skills, relationship building skills and networking skills, how to negotiate, whether that's into a contract or out of a contract, how to negotiate a sales conversation, how to have sales conversations, how to deal with objections in the sales workflow, how to improve the customer experience of somebody. What does that mean? So you really need to do the research on yourself first. And we've got some great tools in Navigate Biz. You can go find them on our website. There's some great tools that we've got around the skills analysis. And that tool that we've created has you look at what are your current skills, where do you need to improve those current skills, where do you need to secure new skills. Now, securing those skills might be upskilling yourself, doing an education program, getting a mentor, whatever that might be. But then there's some other tabs on this worksheet that has you look at who is in your circle of influence, and whether it's your advisory board, your customers, your suppliers, your mentors, all those sort of things. What skills do they have? What do they bring to the table? And where are their gaps? And then there's a tab there to help you to really articulate what does your staff situation look like. And your staff could be casual, contractors, permanent, whatever, whoever they are that are helping you to build your business outside your advisory board. What skills do they have? What do you need to improve on? What do you need to what other skills you need to help them to build? So when you're looking for support for your business, don't go broad. You need to be very narrow. So do the research on you first, and then start looking, well, where do I find those skills? It might be in a networking group. It might be through an education platform. It might be with a mentor. It might be doing some programs, for example, in Navigate Biz. We've got all those, a lot of programs that help people build the technical and those perceived soft skills. So don't go broad because it's too hard. It's a bit like saying to a customer, who do you know that might be interested in this product? I know that's too broad a question. The good question to ask is, who do you know who's ready to buy just like you were? Who do you know who's ready to undertake this program? That narrows the field and helps people really get the answer that you need. And that should be applied to when you are looking for support in your career or your business. Really narrow it down. Know precisely who and what you need to help you to grow. Again, it's a bit like doing a scattergun marketing campaign to everybody in the world, whereas your audience are people who own Cocker Spaniels in Spain. A very strange one, but you're very narrow and you're going to find them, right? So be really narrow in solving the problem that you have in your career and your business by being very targeted and very clear about what you precisely need. And, and then you can answer the question, what support do I need? And you can go find it. Hope this is helpful. You have a marvelous day, and I will see you next Tuesday.